This week, two of the most powerful streaming devices ever, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, were released. We're gonna go through exactly what you can stream on them, coming up on the Streaming Insider. What's up, streamers? It's Jason from The Streamable, and every week we bring you behind the scenes of the biggest news in streaming. But this week, in a special edition, we're gonna bring you news about the latest gaming consoles, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. Both of those devices were released this week, and believe it or not, they are the most powerful streaming devices we've ever had. So we're gonna go through exactly what you can stream on them and what makes them such great streaming devices. So why don't we get started with the PlayStation 5. So let's focus on two things that are special on the PlayStation 5 for streamers. So first of all, there's now a dedicated media area on the device. Right next to the game area, there's a center specifically for media streaming. From that area, you'll be able to access a lot of the streaming apps that you're used to, including Apple TV Plus, where you'll be able to not only stream Apple TV Plus shows, but access your purchased movies and the channels that you subscribe to. You'll also be able to access YouTube, Netflix, Disney Plus, the full gamut. What's also interesting is there's also a new control center for music, and this allows you to play and pause music while you're gaming. So actually, when you use Spotify, which is available on the PlayStation 5, you'll actually be able to listen to music in the background. For people that don't want to pay for streaming services, one of PlayStation's launch partners is Tubi, the Fox-owned free streaming service, so you can watch a ton of content, in fact more than Netflix, absolutely free. But for gamers, you'll also want to know that they have an app for Twitch and YouTube gaming, so not only can you watch and stream and chat on those services, you can also stream your own videos as well. The second thing you should know is PlayStation is selling a PS5 media remote for $29.99. And on that remote, you'll be able to quickly access Netflix, YouTube, and Disney Plus just with a single button. But this will also allow you to use it just like a streaming device like your Roku or Apple TV or Amazon Fire TV, where if you're sitting back, you have a remote that can control the entire experience. So if you want to power on your PS5 console and lounge back and control volume and access your favorite streaming apps, play, pause, rewind, and fast forward, this is a great option to add to your PS5 purchase. So every streaming app isn't available on the PS5 today, but they've said that Hulu and Amazon Prime Video will be coming to the console in the future. So why don't we skip to the Xbox and talk about what you can do around streaming on them. So they have a much deeper set of streaming apps, mostly because they made a big decision when launching the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. All streaming apps that previously worked on Xbox now still work on the new console, but obviously has more power behind it. Because of that decision, you'll be able to stream a lot more apps on the Xbox than you will on the PS5. That means you'll be able to access apps like Disney Plus and Amazon Prime Video and Netflix and YouTube, but you'll also be able to access live streaming services like Sling TV, Hulu Live TV, YouTube TV, and Fubo TV, all on the brand new Xbox. On top of that, you'll be able to access music services like Spotify and Pandora, and you'll also be able to access a favorite of streamers, Plex. We have a link in the description below that lists all the streaming apps available on the Xbox, so you can check out if your favorite is available. So one last thing to know, on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series S and X, they both support 4K HDR, but obviously the streaming app has to support it to be able to watch content in that resolution. But no, it is future-proof, so you can be able to watch all your great content as it comes out in super high quality. So that's it for this week's edition of the Streaming Insider. Let us know in the comments below, did you buy a next generation console? And if this video was helpful, make sure you hit that like button, and if you want more tips just like this, make sure you hit subscribe. As always, visit us all week long at thestreamable.com, and for The Streamable, I'm Jason. Have a great week.